Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Inner Workings of the Not So Genius Mind. I'm your host, Amanda McCombs, Mrs. Daybreak, or who knows how long. And I am here with my friend, Jaimee Beard, and her title, I just blanked. Oh my gosh. What's your title?
Miss Nebo Valley.
Miss Nebo Valley. That's
Yeah.
right. And she's one of our single contestants. It just means she's not married
I'm on the market.
currently. This is not an advertisement for Jaimee, but
No.
it also is because we're just going to talk all about her today. She has two
Yeah.
degrees in dance, and she's the owner and CEO of North Point Academy of Dance. When she's not teaching dance, she enjoys spending time with loved ones, especially the little humans that know her by the title of Aunt. Jaimee believes that Jaimee lives, I am so bad at this today, by the belief that everything happens for a reason. Through her platform, Dance with a Purpose, she encourages others to live intentionally. I love this. I remember hearing a tiny bit about your platform, Dance with a Purpose. And was this before or after you went to California?
It was probably before because we had that little workshop.
The what?
And I think, yeah,
Okay,
and I think
so
that's
tell us
probably where you heard it.
more. Tell us more about your platform and how you came up with it. We'll just start there.
Yeah, so it actually started in my parents' garage, which I'm in right now. It's now my dance studio.
Oh.
And so yeah, so it's actually the slogan of my dance studio. And I chose it because growing up, my dad would always tell us walk with a purpose. He was military and he's like, get to where you're supposed to be. And so I kind of converted that into dance with a purpose, right? Have goals, have that intention behind anything you do. And even though my platform is Dance with a Purpose, it's truly all about just living intentionally, whether it's through service or a different extracurricular activity or anything. It's just really having that intention and that drive towards your goals and towards something better.
I love that. That's so cool. So how
Thank you.
long have you owned your own dance studio?
Yeah, so it's almost been a whole year. I actually just renewed
Happy
my business
anniversary.
license. Thank you. I just renewed my business license for the first time, and that was really exciting. So I've been teaching for years. I started teaching when I was in high school as an assistant, and then I just kind of continued from there. And I actually procrastinated opening my studio. My mom kept saying, especially during COVID, where the arts were kind of struggling, everything was shutting down. And at the time, I was working for a professional dance company, and all of our shows had to be canceled. And so she's like, Jaimee, this would be a great time to open your studio. And I just didn't. I procrastinated. And I think part of it was like, I do really want to get married and I want to have kids. And at the time, I was just like, oh, well, maybe I'll get married and I'll move away. So why build something and have something so secure when I don't know what's going to happen with my life?
Yeah.
And so when I kind of felt like in my most rockiest point in 2023, I was actually diagnosed with celiac disease. And with that, there was a lot of realizations that came to me. And I felt like, okay, I can't work a normal job. I'm too exhausted. I have to do certain things in order to just keep moving forward. And so I was like, I need to be my own boss. And so that was when I was like, okay, I can't wait around for Prince Charming to come in on a white horse anymore. Like, I just have to do what's best for me and best for my community, really. There was a huge need here in Nephi, and so I did it.
So cool. How cool. Well, and I feel like when I was thinking about this with my house, like, why do we act like we're here temporarily? Why
Mhm.
are we living our lives like we're not going to be in the place that we are for very long?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we're making sure that the person after us doesn't have to patch up all the holes in
Mhm.
the walls or
Yeah,
whatever, but like we're here now, right?
yeah, yeah.
So dance with a purpose and living intentionally, Oh, that resonates with me. So
Yeah.
cool. How
Yeah.
do
And
you
I feel like it resonates with everyone. And some people are like, dance with a purpose. I'm like, you don't even have to say dance.
you can
You
just
can say life with a purpose.
yeah.
You know, you can say whatever you're doing. Like, I love riding horses. You can say riding horses with a purpose. You can say, you know, bedazzling with a purpose, you know, like
Yeah.
anything that you're doing, like you have an intention behind it. So,
Yes, exactly. You can't like I was talking about that with my kids. You know, we ask them questions and like, why did you do that? And they're like, I don't know. And it's like, well, okay, maybe
mhm,
we need to
break it
be able
down.
to
Think
answer
about it.
that question
Mhm.
before we do the thing,
Yep.
right? Let's
Yep.
slow down and think first before we act. Because if you're
Yes.
just running and you don't know what direction you're going in,
Yep.
you could be going like the total wrong.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Man, what else was I gonna ask you? Okay, you and I were talking a second ago. I'm gonna go. My cat is meowing super loud. You can't hear it on the mic, but I'm gonna go grab something really quick and go let her in. And
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about the costume thing and the gifts because I have to tell you this really funny story because you're single and it's kind of a dating story and it's kind
Yeah.
of a long story. So I'll be right back. Hold on.
Yes.
Kitty. Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
You're good.
This is my
Oh, hi.
she's a Maine Coon cat and she
Oh my goodness.
doesn't like to be not in the same level of the house as us. Oh, it sounded like she
I
was
love
saying,
that.
hello, hello.
Yeah, I love that. I have a pet bird and she doesn't let me snuggle her. And
Oh,
I wish that I had a cat or a dog or something that I could just hold.
hold and snuggle.
I know.
Neighbors have a bird, and she
Mhm.
and I bonded when they were out of town.
Yeah.
And she'll see me walking my dogs out in the grass, and I'll
Mhm.
hear her like she can see me from her little cage, and I can
Yeah.
hear her screaming.
Yeah. I love that.
It's the
I
best.
just love animals. Animals are great.
They really are. Okay, so last year I was a
Mhm.
Stanley. I'll put a picture somewhere here. Blaine, put a picture here of me and my Stanley. You know how to do that. If you don't, cut that out. If you don't know how to do that, don't do that. So every year the contestants give everybody gifts, and it can be like sponsor gifts. I
Mhm.
didn't really think about this, so I didn't even give anything last year. I was like, I don't know what's going on. So
Yeah,
everyone this year's gonna get a cute little crown Stanley.
which I
Not
love.
Stanley. It doesn't have to be a Stanley,
Yeah.
but straw topper.
Yes.
And then I am a gemstone because our state stone is the honeycomb calcite. So that's my costume this year.
Mhm. Which I love.
I'm so
I'm
excited.
so excited.
And then I ended up working with a gem studio to make these bracelets. But you were telling me about going
Yeah.
to Lotus. I used to go there all the
Mhm.
time
Yeah.
because it's next to another dance studio.
Mhm. It is.
Hmm.
Yes.
And that is where I used to teach preschool there for like a quick minute.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, my daughter
Okay.
went there and
Yeah.
that's where she started her ballet, whatever. So
Yeah.
she loves dancing. She loves performing.
Well, and that's an amazing studio.
Yeah,
Just saying.
they do a great
So,
job. They
yeah,
pay attention to detail there.
they do.
Okay. When you were there, because you said you were just there like around Valentine's
Mhm.
Day, did you see the pottery studio?
I don't think I did.
It's next door. It used to be a furniture store,
Okay.
and it's next door to Lotus, and it's in between the Utah dance artists and
Uh-huh.
it
Yeah.
used to be a
Yeah, it's like
furniture
right on the
store.
corner.
Yeah,
Okay.
they've gutted it. It's now a place called the Clay Hole. And
Okay.
it's a pottery membership place. I have a membership there now,
Oh, awesome.
but I know the owner. And so on Facebook, in one of the local groups, I saw a post and it was um, about the pottery studio and how he was going to give like a big, huge discount.
Mhm.
And it was if you signed up for the month of March because they just really wanted to have a good opening
Yeah.
and whatever. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, sure. I did pottery back in the day. And I couldn't figure out how I knew the guy.
Mhm.
Like, his name sounded really familiar. And it's because I've usually just seen him over on Instagram. Uh,
Yeah.
recently, I haven't seen his name on Facebook very much. And so I commented on it and I was like, yeah, I'm totally into it. I'm going to friend request you and send you a private message so I don't get lost because I want that code.
Yeah.
I go to send him a message, and 11 years ago, I had messaged him.
Oh dear.
I've
I
been
like see all
married.
the
I've been married
yeah,
for 10 years. Hmm. Did you
love it.
did you know you can't erase messages that are 11 years old? Even if they never opened it, even if they never saw it.
Oh no.
So I have a choice. Do I own it? Do I just say, "Hey, yo, it's me. I'm not a creep. Like, I'm married and
You
happy and whatever," or do
I
I
say you
wait for
own it.
him to message me? Oh, no. I
No.
owned it. I totally owned it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I I think the first thing I said was, "Oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing." Because that was not like me to be super bold and message somebody. But I was like, "I
Yeah.
think you and I would get along. You're really nice." Uh,
Yeah.
he had an adopted son, and he just even after he and his ex broke up, they really worked hard to be good parents for their kid, and I was a single mom and yada, 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 yada. It went to his junk, I'm sure, because
Yeah.
who does that?
Yeah.
I do. Uh, anyway, so his first message back was like, I don't know, messages 11 years apart seems pretty obsessive to me. And we chit-chatted
No.
back and forth for
Yeah.
a while, and we decided to call it the 11-year hello. But yeah, now we're
I like
friends.
it.
And now we
Yeah.
message all the
That's great.
time, and he's like, "Wow, you're really cool." And I'm like supporting him, and he's supporting me, and it's just really
That's
funny.
awesome.
I'm gonna see if I can find a picture. But I mean, I think he's single. Hey, he knows how to work the wheel. He's really, really nice though. It was really funny. He's like, and then because the beauty pageant, I'm Mrs. Daybreak.
Yeah.
Um, he was like, "Are you telling me that I could
That's so funny.
have um
That's so funny.
been with royalty?" I'm like, "Yeah, sucks to be you." I mean, my life wouldn't have gone down this way. We were just meant to be friends. We were meant to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
But dating is scary. I
Dating
don't
is a
like
lot.
dating.
Yeah,
It's overwhelming.
it is.
I dated on
Well,
let's I met my husband online, and I went on some
yeah.
awful, awful first dates.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely something that I've learned a lot from.
Mhm.
Like, and I was talking to my friend the other day. We went out to lunch and she's a single mom. She's been divorced twice. Like, she just has a lot of perspective. And I feel like when we talk, we have a similar perspective where it's all like
Uh,
we've been able to sit back as single women and kind of look at our past and look what we've been through and be like, oh, I'm going to move forward differently
yeah.
because I don't want to experience all that again. And that's something that I feel very blessed. Like, even though, yeah, there's times that I'm super sad and depressed and I'm not married and that I'm not a mom and like all these things, I feel like I am very blessed to have different relationships in my life that I can look at and be like, oh, I love that, or oh, I don't love that.
Yeah.
And be able to learn from that and kind of prepare myself so that when I do enter a marriage and I do become a mom, then I have kind of this backboard, this like foundation for me to kind of pull from
Yeah.
instead of just going into it being like, I have no clue what I'm doing. Where I feel like I'm very blessed to be able to be in that space right now where I am self-aware. My frontal cortex has been developed for a couple of years now, where it's not
What I
like,
was gonna say, like,
yeah, where I'm all like, I'm able to kind of enter anything that I do with a better understanding.
yeah. Well, like, it's not that I mean, on the one hand, it's not necessarily that you have more years or anything like that.
Mhm.
It's you've been able to see things from a different perspective than
Yeah. Yeah.
when we were younger. Like, if I married who I thought I was gonna marry 15, 20 years ago, I probably would have been miserable.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not what I
Well,
would have wanted long term, right?
yeah. Well, and I was engaged once. Like I planned a wedding. I have a
Yeah.
wedding dress hanging up in my closet where it's all like I think I would have loved that relationship, but I think it would have been really hard. And
Yeah.
I like looking back, I'm like, would I have been trapped in that relationship or would I have gone through a divorce? Like I just don't know. And so I'm so
Yeah.
happy that I've come to where I am today. Like, granted, like he's amazing. I'm sure he's doing great. Where it's like our paths just weren't meant to be.
Yeah. Yeah. That's actually I ended a relationship with a guy. We were, like, getting ready to buy a house and
Hmm.
talking about getting married, and I young single mom, new little baby, and it wasn't even his baby. He was just showing up for me, and I had known him
Yeah.
for a long time already, but then I thought about it, and I was like, "I love you and I care about you, but I know
Hmm.
that, like,
Yeah.
this life together is
Yeah.
not what we're gonna want."
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's so hard to do.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's that love
Yeah.
that you have for that person that helps you understand, oh, maybe this isn't going to be okay.
Yeah.
And like the love that you have for yourself as well. Like I loved my ex, like, and I still have a type of love for him.
Yeah.
And I can recognize that, but it's not that love that I would want to carry into a marriage, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
That does. Well, and there's so many different types of love. Like,
Oh,
you can love and
100%.
care about so many like, there is so much space in your heart.
Yeah.
But, like,
Yeah, we were created that way.
at the same time, like, you're getting
Yeah.
that's how you get broken, right?
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you're feeling all the things and you
Yeah.
love a lot, that's when you're gonna get hurt the most. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I went into a lot of relationships with, like, 1 foot in and 1 foot out, or,
Hmm.
um, I think after that one, most of the time it was guys breaking up with me or ghosting me is the worst.
Yeah. I
I
hate
had
that.
somebody that just, like, packed up their stuff. I was at work, packed up their stuff and left.
Yeah.
Didn't say anything.
It's so crazy. And it's
Blocked me on everything.
and it's crazy, like dating, like it's not just dating that happens. Like I've had friends do that to me. And in my business, I've had students and parents do that to me where it's all like, I think there's
You just
a
disappear.
yeah, I'm all like, can people just be considerate?
No, they
Just
can't.
be honest and open. And that's
Yeah.
honestly one thing that I love about the growth that I've had is that I've learned those boundaries and accepting. Like, I have a friend who says they self identify as someone who shouldn't be in your life. And I'm all like, you're right. And I should accept that. And I should learn from that and then build boundaries off of that.
Yeah.
Where it's all like, if that happens, like, you're not welcome back. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I had well, I have some friends that I've had for, like, a really, really long time, but
Mhm.
because we've been friends for so long, we don't live anywhere close to each other.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, we still keep in touch and we chat and stuff, but,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple of them where like, one of them, she was my friend for, like, 20 years, and she was there when my mom died. My mom died not this
Mhm.
last August, but the August before.
Yeah. Mhm.
And that was kind of really the last time that she was around, really.
Yeah.
And I know, like, everybody goes through their stuff, and I know she
Oh, yeah.
was going through stuff too, but, like, I kept trying to reach out and trying to
Mhm.
talk and
Yeah.
include and loop in
Yeah.
on what was going on with my life, and it wasn't being
Yeah.
communicated.
Yeah.
Then eventually I just was like, "Okay, I guess I'm gonna be done." Like, 2 years in a row,
Mhm.
you didn't say happy birthday.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna keep putting the energy into it
Yeah.
if you don't want it.
Yeah.
Put that energy
100%.
somewhere else. So,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, that doesn't mean you love the person
Yeah.
any less. It sucks, but
Mhm.
I'm thankful.
Yeah.
I think that's part of why I'm really thankful for the pageant.
Mhm.
Even though it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
And man, I'm so exhausted. Like as of recording this, we're like
10 days.
just over a week. Yeah, 10 days
Yeah.
at the
10
pageant.
days till stage. So
And
crazy.
trying to figure out hair and makeup and walking pattern
Yeah.
and posing
Oh, yeah.
swimsuit and what dress you're
Yeah.
gonna wear and just it's a lot of work, but like, is this your first year ever doing a pageant? No.
No, it's not. So I
Oh,
actually, when I was in high school, I'm small town. And so there's, the local city pageant and there's the local county pageant. And I did both of those. I didn't place, which I'm
yeah.
glad I didn't because I wasn't in the right mindset. I was doing it for the dresses and like
Fun.
I was doing it for just for fun, right?
Yeah.
But I've always had that love for pageants. I mean, I was that little girl who asked for Miss Congeniality, the movie on VHS, like for Christmas, and I got it. Like I love all of that. And so actually it was after I ended my engagement, I had tried out and made Senate dance team, which was Senate football, which was
Oh,
like here in Utah for like 3 years.
oh,
Um,
cool.
and so I was part of that dance team, and my coach actually had just that same year won Mrs. Utah America. And so I had watched that pageant and I was like, ooh, I could totally do that. Like, this is something that I could would want to do. And so I was kind of preparing for it back then, in 2022,
Oh,
to
neat.
do it the next year. And then I ended up moving to North Carolina. It was a lifelong dream for me to move out there. And so I did. And so I ended up competing out there for Miss North Carolina for America Strong. I
Uh,
ended up placing second attendant. And then life happened and I moved back to Utah. And so I was like, I kind of want to do another pageant. And I had aged back into the Miss America organization,
mhm.
the organization that everyone thinks of when you say pageant, you're like, oh, that's the
That's the
organization.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I did it. I'm all like, hey, I aged back in technically because they adjusted the ages. I'll do it, and I did. And then that was kind of when I discovered my health issues and all the things,
Yeah.
and so I was like, I'm not gonna do a pageant again. And then I just focused on myself and my studio and just working on life. And then I actually choreographed for that same pageant that I did in the Miss America organization. And I was all like, because I did their opening number and everything. And as I was there, Kaylin Lippert was helping backstage because I've known her for a bit. We've kind of, yeah, she's amazing.
Kaylin.
Um, and she's all like, you should just do it. She's like, you should just do it. And so I'm all like, okay, maybe I will. And then a few weeks later, I was like, okay, I'll do it. And I called Di and Alicia and I was like, hey, these are the concerns I have from the pageants in the past that I've done. What do you think? And they're like, we're not that way. And they aren't. They're amazing. I love like the Utah Presents program. Like they're truly great directors and they put on an amazing pageant. So I'm so excited. So no, it's not my first pageant, but I'm kind of treating it like it's the pageant. Like this is the one, like to top all the others, like to kind of heal my pageant experience, I guess.
Yeah. I think it kind of has like healed my sisterhood,
Yep.
friendship, community, whatever. There's a lot of times where like I've needed people to show up for me and people wouldn't show up for
Mhm.
me, but like with this, I have people always showing up for me,
Yeah.
people cheering
Yeah.
me on, and we're not
Yeah.
cheering each other down. We're like
No.
always helping each other. And
Yeah.
like right now, I can see like over on my screen, I can see some text messages popping up about
Yeah.
spray tans and stuff for next week.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
helping
yeah.
each other. Like
Yeah.
it's not one man
Hmm.
for themselves, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, and even the outgoing queens and the formers, like they're so helpful. Like I was borrowing my interview dress from my coach, Jessica Whalen. So she was Mrs. Utah American. I was borrowing it from her,
Uh-huh.
and I noticed there was like a snag or a stain or something, and I was like, oh no, like this is what I was gonna do. And so, but then Chelsea, our current queen, she
Uh-huh.
had the exact same outfit. And so I
What?
reached out to her. I'm all like, can I borrow it? Like, this was the outfit that I was really wanting for interview. And she's like, yeah. And I just love it. Like, we see those messages on our group me and like texts
Yeah.
all the time that are like, who needs this? Or I have this, or this person has, this contact or different things.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's truly a sisterhood, and it doesn't end when the pageant is over.
Yeah.
Like, it will continue and we will be friends for a very long time. And even the women that I connected with in North Carolina, like, we're still really good friends. We like send memes to each other all the time over Instagram, where it's all like, it's just a very healing network
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, and they're all people who are like it's all about community and
Mhm.
service. And
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, pretty dresses and stuff is nice, but what we're really doing is we're looking to make a change and make an
Yeah.
impact. And like when you're in your interview, it's like your job interview for the state. Like you're going
Yeah.
to go to represent your state to go on to
Yeah.
the national pageant if you win. And you
Mhm.
have to
Yeah.
like anyway, it's just
Yeah.
I did not think about that the first time that I did it because the lady that told me about it was like, she told me I should do it, and I was like, "I would need a lot of work to be in a beauty pageant." And she said, "No, you wouldn't," and send me the application. And I kind of looked at it, and she kind of made it sound like it wasn't a big deal, but it's like it kind of is like it's kind of a
Mhm.
big deal. But it's like the charity focus and the giving back
Mhm.
part is like where my heart is.
Yeah.
I loved your project that you did where you like gathered. So
Thank
the
you.
LA fires happened like,
Yeah.
quite a while ago. I mean,
Mhm.
but there's still the aftermath of it. And
Yeah. Oh,
you
yeah.
went all over the
Yeah.
state to
Yeah.
collect different dance studio items to help
Yeah.
places get set back up. Cause we don't think about those things going
Mhm.
away when there's a fire. You don't think about like
Yeah.
grocery stores and like the lack of replenishing the supplies.
Yeah.
Tell me
Yeah.
about that experience because I've been waiting to ask until I
Yeah.
had you on here.
Yeah. So I actually did it not as a connection to the pageant. I did
Oh,
it more, yeah. So I did it more
yes.
as like, just it's something that I wanted to do as a
Mm,
studio owner and as a teacher. Like, it was just as soon as I heard of that, and then on like Facebook groups, they were saying, "Oh, this studio needs this studio needs this," or these artists,
mm, mm.
and these, actors and everyone, they were kind of affected. And we forget that they're real people. Like, I had one person who was like, are they even going to appreciate it? I'm all like,
Yeah,
they're human,
they're
they're going to
human.
appreciate it, and even if they don't, like, that's on them. And so as a studio owner, I really thought like, wow, like, if I lost my studio, or if my students, like, I have students who go through things, but I was just thinking, wow, something, I want to do something because I can't just sit. And I feel like it was so close to home. Um, and especially in Utah, like, I grew up with fires all around. Like, I remember one year we went to the water park and ash was falling from the sky, where it's all like, it was so close to my
Yeah.
feelings, where I was like, I want to do something. And so it just started out as like, hey, I'm gonna do this. Anyone want to donate anything? And then I had studio owners continue to reach out to me and more and more. And I was like, oh, like, this is
The
going to be a
word
big deal.
spread.
And
Yeah.
it wasn't truly until I was picking up the donations that I was like, oh, like, I'm going to need more help. Like, my studio is so small, but it was filled. Like, it was amazing. Um,
Wow.
and so I ended up getting help from my congregation. A gentleman in my congregation came with us. Um, he just volunteered his truck. So we rented a van because we knew my van wouldn't make it to California. It's so old. And so we ended up renting a van and we filled up the van entirely. Like the only seats that were left were like the driver, passenger, and my seat. And it was like overflowing. And then his truck was completely filled. And it was such an emotional experience delivering it.
Yeah.
Like a little bit of my heart was left with that studio. And they're still seeking donations because they were truly displaced, like from their studio. They can't, even though their studio was still there, it was still, intact. They can't go back. Like they can't afford to lease that area. They can't, like they're helping these students just be able to dance. And so it's March, it's been 3 months, but they're still healing from it physically, emotionally, mentally. And so it's still like, I'm still in awe of what I was able to do and what I was able to be a part of. And it wasn't just me, like it really was the dance studios throughout Utah, because my little dance studio wouldn't have collected that much. Like we
Yeah.
just really wouldn't. I have 25 students, where it's just like these studios and our dance community here in Utah really came together, and it was so beautiful.
That's so cool. And like the ripple effect, just one
Yeah.
person saying, "Hey,
Mm-hmm.
I want to do something."
Yeah.
You had so
Yeah.
many hands and donations,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure it made
Yeah.
the
Well,
adventure.
and not only did that one studio, like we delivered it to them, but even there were so many donations that they ended up sharing with other studios who needed it.
Yay.
And so it's just like you never know what your one action will do.
Yeah. Well, and things like this, they can bring out the worst in people, but I think we need to remember
Mhm.
it can bring out the good in people too.
Yeah. Yeah. And really connect people.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. I love that so much. Oh,
Yeah. I
uh,
know. I want to go back and visit them so bad.
well, you should tell me. I was just gonna say, send me a message. I'll put it in our show notes and we
Yeah.
can maybe spread
Yes.
the word a little bit because
Yeah.
we love helping. I think I started my own little nonprofit. It hasn't really gone anywhere yet because I mean I would have done it if I didn't have the pageant, I would probably end up
Mhm.
doing all the stuff that I'm already doing.
Yep.
The pageant just helped me navigate things and figure out how I can and
100%.
that I'm
Yeah.
capable.
Yep.
Um, so I started a nonprofit and I'm working with all these other nonprofits just to help bring awareness and
Yeah.
educate and help people. So
Yeah.
send me their link and we'll put it in our show notes.
I will. I will. Yes.
Yay. Tell us where we can find you if you want more followers on any of your social media.
I love that
Not
you
your
asked that. So I do have an Instagram. I think it's Jaimee Nicole B
Oh
is
yeah, I think it
my-
is.
yeah. And
I'll
then
put it.
my studio is North Point Academy of Dance, and that's just there. And
Ooh,
um
I think
I
I'm
mean,
following your dance studio. I'm gonna do that right now.
yeah. Yeah. And I think an important thing to recognize is like I don't want a ton of following. I was thinking about that the other day. I was putting a lot of pressure on myself. I'm like, oh, I'm not doing this on Instagram and I'm not doing that on Instagram. I'm like, oh, I need people to follow me. And I think I just got kind of overwhelming. And
Mhm.
I think it's important, at least for me, where I'm all like, no, I created that Instagram. Like I got back on Instagram in 2022. So I deleted it in 2020 because the arts were like crazy in 2020 with like COVID and all the politics, where I was just like, I
Yeah,
need to just not
can't. You
have an
needed a
Instagram.
detox.
Yeah. Um, but I ended up getting Instagram again because it truly is a way to market yourself. But my personal Instagram, I kind of made it as a way of just expressing myself.
Yeah.
And I have to continue to remind myself that that's the purpose behind my personal Instagram, is
Yes.
that it was for me and that it wasn't for any, well, like people are going to see it, right? But
Yeah,
it
but
wasn't for like the likes and all the subscription, like all that stuff. And
yeah.
so it's just been, Instagram has been a healing experience too. Like, I mean, like I said before, just living intentionally. And I think when I have an intention behind my social media, it has helped me have a
Yeah.
better outlook on it. And so I'm not feeling so overwhelmed. And
Yeah.
I think having that purpose behind it really relieves a lot of anxiety and stress. And so I've had to remind myself of that when I do feel overwhelmed. I kind of step away from my personal Instagram. Obviously, I have to continue to do my business one,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think social media can be wonderful in so many ways, and I think it
Yeah.
can be harmful in so many ways, and we just have to recognize that difference.
Yeah. Well, and I want to like control the narrative here. Like,
Yes.
we're not, I hate getting all these messages that are like, do you want to have 50,000 followers? No,
Yeah.
I don't want any of that.
Yeah,
But
I'm like, I
we
don't need it.
we all go through stuff, but
Mhm.
we are all really, really cool and really capable
Yes.
and doing amazing
Yeah.
things. So,
Yeah. Well, and I have to remind myself of that too. I'm like, it's okay
yeah.
for me to show these things as well, especially with the pageant. I'm like, okay, my purpose of my personal Instagram was just kind of for me. And I have to remind myself it's okay to showcase what I'm doing in the pageant. It's okay to showcase what I'm doing in my life because I can still be humble, but I can still be proud of what I'm doing
Yeah.
and and celebrate who I am and what I've accomplished.
Yeah. Well, and I don't think people get so I'm gonna erase not the I don't think part, but people get so entitled to think that like everything that they're viewing and taking in
Yeah,
should be catered for them. And if they don't like
yeah.
it and they get all vocal
Mhm.
about it and they're
Uh,
grumpy, it's okay. It's
yeah,
not for them. They
yeah,
could just move on.
yeah, yes.
Why are they so angry? That isn't a
Yeah,
you thing. That's a them
yeah,
thing. Like
yeah, yeah. And I feel
whatever
that
you're
way.
doing isn't for
Yeah,
anybody else. It should be for you.
yeah. Well, and I feel that way about a lot of things. Like there's so like I was I follow this one, I should say like influencer or whatever, and she's a member of my church and she kind of posts um like kind of not backlash. I wouldn't say the word backlash, but like she's a spitfire. So she'll be like, "Oh, you don't like me because of my beliefs. Well, then don't worry about it. Just like move
Right?
on." And I'm all
Just
like, I love that, where it's all like we can still be cordial, we can still love everyone
Mhm.
without
Mhm.
tearing each other down.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't matter what you believe, your political beliefs, your religious beliefs, what you do for work, whatever, like you can still love. And you can, like we talked about before, we have so much love in our hearts. Why
Mhm.
not give it?
Yeah.
Like, it's just gonna add more blah to your life if you're focusing on all the negative.
Yeah. That's not where you should be putting your energy.
Yep. Yeah.
It deserves and your peace deserves so much more than that. Like
Mhm.
I had
Yes.
some people that were trying to get all nasty and rude, but it was because of stuff with them and it had
Yeah.
absolutely nothing to do with me. And
Yeah.
I think, a lot of us have that mindset of like, I have to make everybody happy. We're people
Yeah.
pleasers. And when we're
Oh,
not
yep.
making people happy, we're like, oh, that makes me uncomfortable. But it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
we need to be happy too.
Yep. Yeah. Well, and our energy is so important. Like, it's like we have only so much energy to give each day,
Yeah.
and we need to apply that energy to the important parts and the positive and just moving forward instead of holding on to what people think.
Yes, exactly. It matters what we think. I love that. Okay. I think this is actually a beautiful time to wrap up. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Let's just do it because we got a lot of work to do. Got some
We do.
pedestrian and
Yeah.
other things, but I am so excited to see you in just over a week.
I know. It's crazy.
We're gonna have the best time. Actually, this is gonna be coming out like right around pageant time, so
Yeah. Yeah.
let's
I'm
do
so
it,
excited.
lady. I'm so
Crazy.
excited.
We got
Okay.
this.
Hey, take care of yourselves.
You too.
Kind of crazy out there.
Yeah.